Hi, Jeff Bailey here with an Avita Yoga Green class. This is a 45-minute class, and you'll need a strap for it and a bolster. This class is going to target the thoracic outlet. That's the part of your body where the, the trachea, the esophagus, all kinds of blood vessels, numerous nerves come out of the thoracic area. It's this area here. And it tends to get congested. It can be an area where we start to hold tension and things like that. So I just thought, well, let's focus on that. Let's have a class that targets that part of the body. And we can't target that without also including the spine, the rib cage, and the shoulders. We're going to be using the bolster in a way that adds a fair amount of impact to the upper rib cage and the thoracic outlet area. So if you find that at any point during the practice it gets too intense on this part of your body, then ditch the bolster. You can follow along perfectly without the bolster at all during this class. That will reduce the pressure. All right, so here we go. We will begin at the wall. Have your strap handy. Scoot in close, a little closer than normal, because once we're up, we're going to bend the knees, lift the hips, pull the bolster underneath the pelvis, and then rest. Just have a moment here. Close your eyes. Let your body adapt to the shape. We diminish the pressure in the whole pelvic region. We diminish the pressure in the legs and the feet. Just reversing the effects of gravity on that part of the body and letting some pressure, some weight come down into the upper back, the upper thoracic region. Fingers interlock underneath your head. Let your elbows drop toward the floor. Soften your face, soften your thoughts. Use the shape, use your breath, everything about this moment to bring your mind into the healing power of now. That's what it's all about. Relax your belly. Relax the throat. Look for any tension or holding across your upper chest. Oftentimes there's a thought associated with that kind of holding or tension. It's great information to make that recognition, then let them go. And we'll slowly turn the head to the left. Scan your body once again. Look for tension. Hold it to the light of your awareness and let go. Soft and relaxed around the throat, the rib cage. Shoulders relaxed, fingers relaxed. Slowly bring your head back to the center. Change the interlock of the fingers. Pause. Let your head weigh into your hands. Keeping your chest relaxed. The breathing just happens automatically. There's a natural rise and fall of the belly. Turn your head to the right. Okay, slowly bring your head back to the center. Release your arms down by your sides. Now find your strap. Unfold the strap, and you're going to double it, folding it in half twice. And then hold the strap overhand up toward the ceiling. Firming your grip. The shoulders rest down into the floor, the belly relaxes. Tearing on the strap a little bit, slowly lower the arms overhead. Intimately related to the thoracic outlet is the shoulder girdle. The chin lifts a little bit. You tear on the strap to extend the elbows. All right, and we welcome all the feedback. All the feedback in the shoulders is welcome. Slowly make your way through the resistance. And maybe because of an impinged feeling, maybe because of sharpness, maybe because of a dull tightness, you stop somewhere in space. All right, that's all right. Wherever you are in space, firm your grip, all your fingers, your two thumbs, tear on the strap, extend the elbows, and reach for the wall behind you. Sustainable effort, moderate effort. Keep the peace, keep the release and relaxation in the throat and your jaw and your face. It's but a reflection of your peaceful, joyous thoughts in heart and mind. Tearing on the strap, extending the elbows. Slowly raise your arms back up toward the ceiling. Slower than you lowered, go super slow. Imagine that you got a 5-pound weight in your hands. Slow. Oh yeah, there's some little bit of shaking. There's some resistance. Yeah, stay with that. Raise slowly. It's good. And then once up, we'll release the strap and take it on a wider setting. So now you have kind of a Y shape. Why? Because it's good for our shoulders. Firm the grip, tear on the strap, and slowly lower. Whole different part of the shoulder joint now. Yeah, extend the elbows. The leverage off of the tearing action of the strap helps you extend the shoulders. It helps you reach away. It helps us reveal the blockages, the arthritis, the stiffness, impingements in the shoulder. Eyes closed, nose lifted, throat open. Firming the grip, extending, reaching away. The work is in the arms. There's impact down in the shoulders. Even the muscles around the shoulders can engage as you reach away. Firm the deltoid muscles high up on top of the shoulders. But keep your rib cage easy and relaxed, throat open, feet relaxed. So we're decreasing the pressure in the feet. All the fluids, everything flows downhill. We're increasing the pressure through the thoracic outlet, through the throat, nourishing all the glands in the throat, nourishing the brain. Okay, your grip is firm, the thumbs are engaged. Tearing on the strap, raise super slowly. Try not to move around the blockage. We want to go right through it. Sometimes you have to slow down even more. Spend some time with those blockages. Once back up. Pause a moment. Let your shoulders sink into the floor. So with the hands in an elevated, inverted manner here, just let the shoulder head sink down into the floor. Throat open, easy across the upper rib cage. Space around the collarbones. Set your strap aside. Arms rest at your sides. And bend your knees. Lift your hips, pull the bolster off to the side. Keep the hips raised a moment. Hands down by your sides, palms down. You can adjust your feet on the wall. Maybe you push your feet up just a little bit. Hollow the belly out. Use the wall and slowly, use your abs, slowly lower down. One spinous process at a time. Touches down. The sacrum finally opens up onto the floor. Extend your legs back up. Pause again. All right, bend your knees. Push back if you need to. Roll onto one side. Come on up. Have a seat on your bolster. Sitting on the bolster. Pull the heels in close. If your heels touch the bolster, then you also scoot forward. We're diminishing the distance between your rump and the heels. And you wrap your arms around your legs. Drop into the bolster. Drop into the sit bones. Clasp a hand or a forearm. Easy around the shoulders. Just let the upper back open up. Let your whole spine release. Deep flexion on really every part of the body. How effortless can you be in the shape? One way we know we're evolving in this practice is we get closer to the stillness. We get more and more comfortable with less movement, less athletic movement. We just want the stillness. It's the source of all healing. Meditation gets easier and easier, more inviting. All right, now raise up. Come on out of the shape. We'll move the meditation now into an elongated space here. So bolster goes lengthwise, and you're going to keep your strap handy. Have some space so you don't bump into the wall with your feet. Sit right on the end of the bolster, and then I'm going to scoot forward a little bit so I don't run out of camera room. So then lie back so that the head is supported on the end of the bolster. But number one is having the sacrum supported. Hands at your side, strap handy, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Pause a moment here and just let your spine adapt to the shape. And then we'll inch back so the head is slightly less supported and the end of the bolster starts to have a little more impact into the upper back and more of an impact on the thoracic outlet. Yeah. Okay, and then we'll extend the legs out about mat width apart. The feet flop to the sides, and your hands now, hands and arms out at about 90 degrees. As long as 90 degrees is comfortable for you to bend the elbows. The elbows are bent as a sign that your arms and shoulders and hands are relaxed and passive. So if that's not doable, you bring your hands down a little bit more down by your sides, and then you can relax in the shape. So we're going into deep passive qualities in the shoulders and across the front of the chest, the pectoral region and the collarbones, the upper sternum, base of the throat. Tailbone supported. There can't be any pinch or pain in your low back. If that's the case, then maybe your sacrum isn't supported. Maybe you need to add a couple blocks. Maybe you need to bend your knees up, have your feet on the floor. All right, now the throat is open, nose lifted. We'll slowly turn to the left. Go very slow. Work with the first signs of sensation, the first bit of feedback. Nose, eyes toward the wall behind you. Let each exhale be a deepening of passive quality. Each exhale brings a deeper sense of rest in the shape. Nose high. Bring your head back to the center and pause. Check in with your arms and hands. Be sure everything is passive and relaxed, and slowly turn to the right. You feel the rise and fall of the belly with each breath. So we're not pushing the breath into the upper chest. We're not pushing it into the upper back. Let the breath move and go wherever it wants to. Now the challenge may be time in a passive shape. Be sure time is on your side. Make sure it's working for you. And if it's just a little fidget or a desire to get up and do something, then say, no, this is my practice time. This is for me. It's for my peace of mind. It's for my ability to breathe freely and move about freely. Slowly bring your head back to the center. And bend your knees up, have your feet on the floor. Okay, make any adjustment on the bolster. If you need to come back onto the bolster a little bit to have good support for your head, make sure you make the adjustments so that everything feels just right to you. And then take your strap, and we're going to take it on that wider setting. So the strap is folded in half once. Hold it on the ends, overhand. Knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Tearing on the strap, slowly lower overhead. Feel your feet on the floor. Now we'll tone the belly a little bit and keep the low back moving into the bolster some. Just a presence. Low back down. Now that changes the impact of the overhead reach. So you feel the release in the upper ribs, the upper sides of your body, around the armpit region. Now don't look for the floor, just look for the restriction that the shape reveals. It's a little further to the floor now because the torso is elevated. Press the feet into the floor slightly. Press the belly down now. Just a subtle drawing down of the abdominal muscles. Maybe you feel a release across the lower ribs, the diaphragm. So we're asking for movement throughout the rib cage now. Don't overwork the shape. Everything has to work for you. Feet on the floor, belly down, throat relaxed, rib cage relaxed. Tear the strap a bit. Extend the elbows. Slowly raise up. As if this upward movement comes through your whole body, from your feet. Just keep feeling your feet. Feel through your body. Feel down the front of the spine. All right. Okay, make sure everything's working for you. Adjust on the bolster a little bit if you need to. Fold the strap in half. Once again, hands and arms shoulder width apart. Firm grip. Press the belly down. Feel from your feet through your center. Lower slowly. So I'm not engaging the abs like I'm getting ready to do a sit-up. It's not that. It's just pressing them down. And that brings a presence through the legs into the feet. A slight hollowing quality. See, anytime we reach overhead, the low back and belly want to pop. The low back wants to pop up. The belly wants to pop out. And so we're just taking that pattern out of the equation to a degree, revealing the blockages that make those little movements desirable. All right. Now, you can keep the knees bent and the feet flat on the floor, but maybe you want to experiment, test a little bit, one leg at a time extends out. Mat width apart. Now we relax the belly. You might even notice how your hands might drop a little bit more toward the floor as a result of extending the legs out, relaxing through the belly, relaxing through the low back. Move the breath into the rib cage now. Big full breaths up around the shoulders, up around your sides, side ribs, the sternum, base of the throat, upper back, between the shoulders. Go for a few large, more full, but very slow breaths. Slow on the inhale, slow on the exhale. Keep your face relaxed, keep your jaw relaxed. A little firmness in the grip, a little reach, a little tear on the strap. We need to spend some time in these shapes to let the connective tissues release, patterns to be undone. Another full breath in, and on the exhale, begin the ascent. Slowly raising your arms. It's going to take a good number of breaths to raise up because you're going so slow. It's not athletic. We're not strength training. So the grip is moderate. The effort is moderate to light even as you raise up. Your mind and your body will know what to do with the blockages once we raise them to the awareness of your higher mind. Okay, and then when you're back up toward a vertical feeling, it'll just feel vertical. You can even open your eyes and have a look. Pause a moment. Let the shoulders rest down into the bolster. And then releasing the strap, let's set it to the side. Knees bent, feet on the floor again. Be sure your head is properly supported. We don't have to go to extremes to heal, that's for sure. Palms up toward the ceiling now, just down by your sides. Rest here. Okay, last shape here on the bolster. You're going to interlock your fingers under your head. Make sure your spine is properly supported. And if it feels like a lot, if it's been a lot for you, then simply gently roll off the bolster onto one side and have this shape lying on your back on the floor. The elbows have a much further drop toward the floor here. We'll just pause, keep the head centered, resting in your hands. And now, slowly turn your head to the left. With your head resting heavy in your hands, back to the center. So the nose is lifted slightly. Change the interlock of the fingers. Rest your head into your hands and slowly turn to the right. Bring your head to the center. And then gently releasing your arms. See if you can keep your elbows low, lowish, as you slowly bring your arms down. And then gently roll off the bolster onto one side. Pull the bolster under your head. Have some support a moment. Curl up. Pause here a moment. Eyes closed. Okay, now let's push on up. We're going to come back to the wall. Bolster comes with you. Leaning against the wall with a little space between you and the wall. The bolster is crosswise. We'll put the right leg in front of the left. It's Sukhasana. Hands on your knees or your thighs. Rest your head on the wall. Just pause here. Yeah, neutralizing. Let's just have a neutral moment in the body. And then with your hands on your knees, using your abs, slowly start to come off the wall. Okay, so now we bring some flexion into the whole torso. Let it be slow and light and easy. Rest your hands down near the floor on either side of the bolster. Feel the compressive forces now across the front of the chest. As passive as you can be here. You'll see if you can keep your eyes closed, hands resting at your side. Slowly raise back up. Find your way back to the wall. Pause. Change the cross of the legs. Use your hands on your knees. Use your abs a little bit. Slowly peel off the wall. Curving the spine. We welcome sensation in the hips. Elbows bent. Shoulders drop, which means there's space and opening between the shoulder blades. Passive. Just allowing it to happen. Allowing gravity to be the therapist here a moment. And slowly raise up. Pause at the wall a moment. And then turn your bolster crosswise. And just push it away. Scoot forward onto the bolster so that now the bolster will be underneath your knees, supporting your knees. Rest back on your upper back. Your whole spine really just melts into the floor. So, arms are out at the side, maybe 45 degrees, palms toward the ceiling. Lift the hips, move your low back into the floor, then stretch your legs out again. Open the throat, nose up, airway open, shoulders drop. Let the shape work for you. Let the easiness of the shape move you toward an ease in your heart and mind. Soft through the thoracic outlet, soft in the upper ribs, soft and easy in the neck, the throat, and the shoulders. All right, move a couple larger breaths into your rib cage now. Feel the movement multidimensionally all around the heart space. You can rest in the shape as long as you like, but if you want to finish with me, just push the bolster away, stretch your arms and legs. And when you're ready, roll onto one side, push yourself up. Beautiful practice. Hands to the heart. Namaste.